All right, we've got a action-packed gangbusters episode for you today. I'm going to talk to you about some of the biggest mistakes I've seen new real estate investors make in the last year and how you can avoid them.
Hey, my name's Ken Dunn, and I'm a real estate investor. I want to welcome you to the No Money Real Estate Podcast. On this show, I'm going to interview elite level real estate investors from all over North America, and I'm going to help you to see one thing that all successful real estate investors have in common. They build their portfolios without using a dime of their own money. I've got a portfolio of $300 million in real estate. That includes resorts, apartment buildings, commercial buildings, and I built the entire portfolio without using a dime of my own money. Real estate is a business that anybody can get into, but the strategies that those tight real estate investors use to build massive portfolios have been kept secret for decades. Now, because of this show, I'm going to reveal them to you. So let's get started.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ken Dunn, and this is the Mythbuster episode of the No Money Real Estate Podcast. I want to talk to you about some mistakes I've seen people make this year, and I'm even going to talk to you about some mistakes I've made this last year in real estate investing in 2025, and I'm doing this so that you can understand how to avoid them. And I got to talk to you about mistake number one, getting emotional about deals. That's the first thing I need to talk to you about. If you've caught the fire, if you're excited about getting into real estate investing and you think, man, I'm so excited about the future, I'm going to be a quadrillionaire, I'm going to make this happen, you got to step back, get yourself into a good coaching program with really great coaches and listen to what they say. Never let excitement or emotion dictate what you do in real estate. Underwriting, the math of the deals should always dictate your decisions. And friends, this is something we all have to remind ourselves about because all of us can get stuck in this situation. I'm building a portfolio of cottage resorts right across Canada right now. 3 of our first resorts are opening in 2026. But not that long ago, I broke that rule about getting emotional about deals. I found a property that I thought would be the most amazing resort property ever, but it didn't follow my underwriting rules. Normally when I buy cottage properties, I buy old dilapidated properties. I buy them right from the owners who built the places. I want to make sure they're zoned properly. I want to make sure it's just a matter of us renovating it. I found a property that was already done, but it wasn't even zoned properly. All the locals in the town all got up in arms about it. They got angry about it. They started posting on social media about it. Even the municipality that the area was in, if I would have done that project, the rezoning of it and setting it up, it would have been the biggest business in the area and it would have created incredible tax dollars and would have brought new people to the town. But the administrator of the town that area is in, one day on the phone, she called me up and yelled at me because I hadn't sent her some documents yet. She just assumed something she saw online was real. Anyway, long story short of it, I ended up walking away from that deal because of all of that stuff, even though it screwed up the financing and caused some troubles, because I realized I got emotional about it. I thought it was such an amazing property that it was going to work. Never, ever let your emotions get in the way of doing a real estate deal. New people do it all the time. They see a house flip that they love. They think it's going to be amazing. They get so excited about it. They don't let underwriting prove the business model. If you're doing any type of real estate investing, underwriting is the key to your success. What's underwriting? It's figuring out the math before you actually buy the property. And that's the second thing that I want to tell you about. Second mistake that new real estate investors make is they never underwrite their deals properly. Listen, there are 4 major skills that you have to master if you're going to succeed in real estate investing and build a massive portfolio. Number 1, you got to figure out how to find undervalued properties. Number 2, you got to figure out creative financing. How do you get the money to do the deals? Number 3, you got to figure out how to increase the value of the property. And number 4, it's the art of the exit. Are you going to sell that place at the end and make a profit? Are you going to refinance it, hold it, and rent it and make money ongoing? Those 4 skills I just talked to you about, they're the essence of underwriting. So when you go out and look at a property, you want to find a property that you can see just looking at it, it's dilapidated and it needs to be fixed up. Then you're going to use underwriting to help you to decide if it's going to work or not. So you want to get a real estate agent involved and ask that agent right up front, is this a good deal? Get them to look at comparables. Don't get their opinion. Say, show me some comparables that show me this is a well-priced deal. Then the second part of this is you got to figure out how the math works on this. So you need to know before you put an offer in how much you can increase the value of the property from. How do you do that? It's really simple. Figure out a budget and figure out what you're going to do to renovate the property and make it better. If it's an apartment building or something that has revenue attached, figure out what the revenue is going to be, because that will indicate a value increase as well. And then figure out what the value is going to be when it's over. And then you get your real estate agent to get more comparables. And if all that works, then you put an offer in for the property, but you put 3 conditions in your offer. Never ever deviate from these conditions. Number 1, you want the longer the closing, the better. If I'm doing a house flip or a cottage, I want 90 days for a closing. If I'm buying a big commercial property, a resort, or anything, I want 7 to 8 months to close. That was another mistake I made in that resort project I was telling you about. I was so excited about it. The owner wouldn't agree to a 7 to 8 month closing. I should have walked away from the deal. That's what underwriting is about. Why do I want 7 to 8 months on a commercial deal? Because they're complicated. They take time to arrange the money. And I deviated from that. So if you're doing real estate investing, if you're just getting into it, never deviate from that. If you're doing a simple deal, you need 90 days to close. If you're doing a complicated commercial deal, you need 7 to 8 months to close. Second thing, appraisals. I never buy a property without an appraisal condition. I don't care what kind of market it is, because that's the documentation that's going to prove my theory. So in my theory, I'm going to get your real estate agents to give me some understanding of what the values will be based on comparables. I'm going to put my budgets together. Then I'm going to give all of that to the agent. And the agent's going to tell me definitively, when you're finished this project, if you can do all your renovations inside of a year, it will be worth X. So I want that appraised value to come back. So I will always have an appraisal condition in that. And here's the secret, friends. If he comes back and I was wrong and he says, this property is only going to be worth $1 million, but I needed it to be worth 1.5 when it was finished, because that's what my agent told me. If that appraiser says it's only going to be worth $1 million and that value isn't high enough, I'll walk away from the deal. That's what real underwriting is all about. So that's the second biggest mistake. New people don't underwrite deals properly. Here's the third biggest mistake. They overestimate what they can do themselves. I have seen so many new real estate investors who think they can borrow all the money to do the renovations, but they can save some of that money or even pay themselves to do the work. But they're not professionals and they don't do it fast enough. There's an old saying in business, time kills all deals. If you're going to do anything in real estate investing, it's always a great idea for you to do the demolition if you can, if it's small projects. Go in there and do the cleanup every day. Your contractors will love you, but hire really amazing contractors to do the work. Don't do it yourself, especially if you're new to this stuff. Friends, if you avoid those 3 mistakes, your real estate journey is going to be so much easier.